You mean, why didn't I call the cops? Yeah, like if you were willing to go to jail, why didn't you just call the cops right after it happened and told them? I was gonna, but I had to call Sue Ann first to let her know what was going on because I knew I was gonna go to jail for a long time. So she told me to wait until she got there to call the cops. And so I swear she was there within like seconds after I hung that phone up. And when she got there, she took my keys and my phone from me and she said, I'm handling this. And when she says that, she's handling this. I, I know Sue Ann can be a pain in the ass all the time, but she is my ride or die, and I love her. Sounds like you actually married the right one. Not everybody can say that. Did you check for identification? We did. We checked. He didn't have a phone, no wallet. I don't know where he was going or where he came from. I'd never seen him before. Oh man. When Sue Ann made that decision, I knew why. I'm sure it's because she didn't want to live the rest of her life without you. That woman, she's the love of my life. She knows I ain't gonna call now because if I do and I turn myself in, she will also go to jail for the rest of her life because of something that I did. And she knows that I ain't gonna do that to her. We ride at dawn for each other, no matter what. I guess she did what she felt she had to do. So she buried him. She bought some new mulch for her garden that day. So it didn't even look weird because she was always doing that ever since she got into gardening a while back. Frank, I gotta be honest with you. Sue Ann did not tell me. What? Who told you? You did, just now. No, but you were the one that brought it up. You already knew about it. I knew Sue Ann had buried something in the backyard, but I did not know what. Well, how would you have known that she buried something? Well, you know how Sue Ann likes to do her digging in everybody's lives. She likes to know everything about everybody. So, Carl with a K, when he came looking for her, he knew she was digging too much into what he was doing. And he told her to be more concerned about what she buried in her backyard a few months back than worried about who he's talking to and where he's going. So I don't think he's going to say anything. Oh my God. I can't believe I just told you all that. Told me all what? You never definitively told me what it was that she buried. Maybe it was a male of some endangered species that I don't know about that carries phones and wallets on it normally. You're right. That is what it was. Oh, wait. How would Carl with a K know about that? Any chance he could have seen it happen? Hey, Michelle. Oh, hey, Sue Ann. I gotta say, the conversation that I overheard between you and Frank last night was not what I expected, but I am glad you know now. I noticed that the timeline was off about that Marbles, the cat story that you told me about burying Howard's cat. So my curiosity could have killed the cat. Pun intended. I didn't think you actually caught on to that like you did. You know, you're a lot like me because I also would have had to know. So I don't blame you for poor Frank. He fell for you acting like you knew, but you didn't. Bless him. He is so sweet and he loves you so much. I'm sure you heard. Yeah, I love him too. Anyway, can I get a martini while we come up with this plan? Because I got to know how he knows. Yes. So wait, you don't have a plan? I figured you would already have one by the time you got here. No, but I did spend hours today walking around that area looking for cameras in the trees. That was a good theory you had. And there were none that I could see. I even brought binoculars. Please tell me someone saw you. Someone did see me. They were walking their dog and they were like, "What are you doing?" I was like looking up in the trees. Told them I was bird watching. They probably thought I was so crazy. Whatever. I really don't care. Something tells me that it wasn't because of cameras. That gets me thinking. Wasn't he the one that said that it was illegal to listen in on conversations that you aren't a part of? Well, North Carolina is a one-party consent state. What does that mean? In order to use it for anything legal, you would have to have permission from at least one person who was involved in the conversation. So how are ring cameras legal then? Like if I'm having a private conversation on the sidewalk There's also an expectation of privacy, which protects you, like when you're in your own home or on your own property or in your own car. But a sidewalk or a road is a public space. So there would be no expectation of privacy for that. Video and audio recordings are permissible in public spaces. If he actually does have cameras in the trees, I wonder who owns that property. Probably our neighborhood. So there would be no expectation of privacy in that case. Oh, but you said you saw no cameras, right? I didn't. And I looked. There are no cameras up there. Trust me, I believe you. Here you go. Thanks. So you think our theory was right about him being like a Dexter with PDF files? Maybe he knows because he was stalking that guy. I thought about that too, and that would explain why he never said anything. Yeah, because in that case, Frank would have taken someone out that he was planning on taking out himself. But wouldn't that guy's family be looking for him? You would think, but I've been checking and there are no missing persons reports for what that guy looked like. Do you not think that's strange? Yeah, I do. Hence also why I want to know what's going on here, but I really don't want to piss Carl with a K off. I don't know where to go from here. Well, if he does know about it or even saw it happen, that does make him an accomplice, just like you. And like you now. Exactly. So a guy like Carl is going to either straight up tell me or he's going to tell me to mind my own business. So maybe I could just flat out ask him. Oh, since you just found out, you could threaten to turn all of us in unless he tells you how he knows. Something tells me that Carl with a K would not take well to a threat like that. Maybe I can just tell him that I found out and I want his opinion. I like that plan. Well, how do I get him over here? You know, he only comes around when there's like a purpose. So do I just text him and tell him that there's something I want to ask him about? Yeah, maybe you could say you need some advice that you think he could help you with if he doesn't mind. Perfect. Yes, I'm going to text him. Oh, I can't wait to see what he says. I bet. He said, see you tomorrow at 6:15. I live for this. He might not tell us, but we'll see. She thinks she's going to listen in. Closing my garage tomorrow at 6:15.